This is the bad boy Joey Janela, and you're watching Dre 41.
What's up, y'all? It's your boy Dre 41, aka Mr. 4K, aka F Fuego Spicy Dre. Welcome to another episode of the Let's Talk podcast. We haven't done this in like 6 years. And with me is my co-host, Ken Washington. What's going on?
How you doing?
You got your camera just like cutting your chin off.
Oh my God, sir!
Sir, come on now. This come on.
Is that
what are we
who
doing?
wants to look at my gray?
Yeah, well, it's there, because I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know. Hair Club for Men has done you wonders.
You wish. Not in this community. But all right. So the first thing I want to talk about, which bothers the hell out of me, right, is because we're gonna get right into it because something pissed me off. Jade Cargill potentially, huh?
Oh, we're getting spicy already.
No, I mean, okay. Jade Cargill potentially going to WWE. What do you think about that?
I hate it. Every single bit of it.
I hate it with my soul. To be completely honest, for me, it's just like, okay, is it for the bag? Probably. But think about it. They're going to burn her out, and then they're going to job her to fuck. They're going to job her out. And send her home.
Yeah, that's absolutely what they plan on doing. If she thinks she's going over there to get the Cody Rhodes treatment.
Oh, she's not getting that. No.
I'm just saying, if she believes, I'm going over there to get that because I was a wanted commodity, well, you might want to think again.
I feel like, honestly, for her, it should be a situation where what's best for her character. And I feel like AEW allows her to be herself. WWE, first off, is not going to let her keep her name Jade Cargill. They're going to change it to something else.
Something absolutely tragic because she's not blonde.
And then, not only that, her moveset's going to change. They're not going to allow her to do what she's doing in AEW. Number one, they're just not. And I feel like it's going to water down her overall attitude. I feel like it's too much of a controlled environment, and I don't think she'll be a mainstay in the women's division. WWE has a great way of bringing someone in and just doing absolute. She's going to be relegated to the tag team division. Facts. They're not going to give because honestly, I feel like Jade Cargill has I want to say her star power for me in AEW is up there, or maybe even surpasses Charlotte Flair. I feel like that because think about it. She came in against the top guy. She had Shaq in a tag team match with her. You know what I'm saying? She went undefeated for 2 years and some change.
Which means she's absolutely getting fed to Charlotte first.
Yo, I'm telling, I see it. I see it, and it's just like, good. You get your money. Get your money. But I feel like it's just going to be, we're gonna bring you in, we're gonna burn you out, and then she's not gonna want to wrestle after that. She's not gonna want to wrestle after. I don't see her as a long-term wrestler. I feel like her
not
best.
There.
No, well, I mean, just in general, think about it, right? Her best. I feel like if she does go to WWE, I feel like her best years were AEW years. And WWE is going to be a grind for her because in AEW she wrestled twice a month,
Maybe.
If that, because they didn't have live shows like that for her first 2 years.
Yeah, so the schedule was a lot less hectic on the AEW side.
They are going to burn her ass out. She's gonna get in there and they're gonna throw the bag at her. And then they're gonna say, you gotta wrestle this date, that date, that date. You're gonna wrestle.
She could also be doing it for the kid, playing a little devil's advocate, trying to make sure she has the bread up for the kids, especially if she's not planning on being a wrestler long term.
But she said she doesn't have to. She doesn't have to work because her husband got the bread. So
I didn't even know she was married.
Yeah, she's married. So it's just like, I don't know, man. I just don't. I'm not interested in seeing her in WWE. I feel like it's a mistake, but we'll see. Oh, I'm hoping that I'm wrong.
Nah, because I mean they've screwed up every other one that's wound up over there. Like Ty Valkyrie, she was relegated to NXT, and she was the only thing she got to keep was her name. Like the rest of the time, there was quiet.
I mean, yeah, they dropped the ball with her. They definitely dropped the ball with her. I just want to see, honestly, I want to see Jade be great, but I just don't think WWE is the place. I don't. Like, here's the thing. AEW was supposed to be an alternative. And I enjoy that alternative, and I enjoy seeing what she can do there, how big of a star she can be there. And for her to kind of like give up on like being a homegrown talent, it kind of sucks. You know what I'm saying? Because they threw her to the top from the jump because they knew her star power. So I don't know if she was a big fish in a small pond. And now she's going to be a big fish in a big ocean. And it's like WWE, they're not going to see the value. They're not going to see the value that AEW sees in her. I don't think. I think for them it's just to take somebody who they book strong and have them come to WWE, but I don't see them having a plan. That's just me.
They probably fed her on a plan, but that doesn't mean they have one. Because I mean, you got Becky Lynch going down to NXT, winning the NXT Women's title, which I don't have a problem with, but it's weird considering she's supposed to be a Raw superstar in this brand split nonsense.
Yeah, I mean, for her, I would say it's giving her something to do, because that Trish angle did nothing for her. Like, it did nothing.
No,
like,
it didn't.
So here you go.
It went on too long, and then the match.
And then they did nothing for like 2 weeks. Yeah.
Well, the match that was supposed to be a blow off got shipped off the show, so then she was just kind of there.
Yeah, I mean it's strange because it's just like I said, the women's division, tag team division, they just don't know what they're doing with them. And I mean, it kind of is what it is, But let's get on to something, I guess better, I suppose, something that we can enjoy. Have you downloaded the WWF Legends Challenge 64?
I've downloaded it and have not had time to play it. I was going to play it when we got done here. Listen, sir, don't.
I didn't even say nothing.
Nah, your face.
Sir, I didn't say a thing. Yeah. I am chilling. All right, so you haven't played it yet. Okay. So I'm going to say my little piece about it right now. Okay, so basically I seen this. Okay, so as far as mods go, I have played, I want to say a majority of like No Mercy mods. That's what I want to say. I've played a majority of them, but I want to say this one stood out because of the nostalgia of it. And not only just that, it's just the overall look of the models. It looks like they really did like great work. And I'm saying this in regards to before I downloaded it. I just want to put that out there first. So before I downloaded it, I initially thought it was going to be easy to download. It's not. It's not.
Yeah,
like it's easy to download, but to install, it takes some steps. It's not like the WCW Here Comes Feel the Bang mod. This one takes a little bit more steps, which is fine. I'm comfortable.
As long as you have somebody computer literate.
Yeah.
When you showed me it, I was like, okay. It took me a moment, but I got it.
Yeah, so I played the game, and I'm gonna say this. I enjoy the hell out of it, the look of it, the commentary. It's like to have commentary in a hockey game is wild. You know what I'm saying? Like they got the music, like the jazz music that they used to have. They got the graphic overlays. They got the back and forth between like Bobby Heenan and Gorilla Monsoon in there. They got all that. They teed off in that game, and I enjoy the hell out of it. Now the roster is a little bit small, but I know that they're growing the roster. If you play Royal Rumble in that game, you'll get to see the other additions that they have in the game. And here's the another funny thing. I didn't even know they had backstage in the game. Didn't even know. I found it in another video that there was backstage brawls in there. And I'm like, oh, it's a No Mercy mod. Of course they would have backstage. Duh. Their casket match is crazy. I enjoy the hell out of that. Their cage match where you can go through the door, that's amazing. Just the details, the character models, the attires. I mean, and then not even only that, when you change the attires, the movesets change based on that era that they wrestled in. So for an example, like they got tag team Bret Hart and single star Bret Hart, which have two completely different movesets. Just like I think they got Hulk Hogan when he wrestled in Japan. He didn't lie as much and had a better moveset. You know what I'm saying? So
what's that name? I couldn't.
Some hot dog man. I don't know. But yeah, that game is amazing. I definitely want to get the devs on the podcast. We'll see what happens.
Oh, okay.
I can't wait.
Yeah, we can tell. Sorry.
Whatever. But yeah, it's definitely a good game. I would say, like, when you get the chance, definitely play that.
It's installed and set up right. I just haven't had a chance to actually play it, and I'm looking at it now, but I'm not going to do that and get distracted while we're here because
and just adjust your volume because it does get loud.
Well, I plan on taking the headphones out at that point. Might wake up the rest of the household.
Yeah, you definitely gonna do that. But yeah, so another thing I wanted to talk about on here is AEW Fight Forever. I'm assuming you don't play it anymore.
In and out.
Okay.
I'm not like it's not like a normal. It's kind of gotten to the 2K side of the world where I'll load it up and I'll run a couple things and I'm like,
I run out of things to do. There's not that many matches. The roster isn't that big.
I think that's my problem too. And I do like the Stadium Stampede. That was wild. But it wasn't enough to like bring me back to the first couple days when I played it because I probably just burned myself out and then was like, wow, I'm kind of ran out of things. Because once you like run through the story, I don't. I know it's supposed to be ran multiple times. I get it, but that's not me. I'm not going through that story.
I haven't even went through the story yet because it's like I don't want to create nobody. I don't want to create nobody.
It's so easy though. It really don't take long.
No, I know, and that's the problem. Like there's no in-depth like call mode. It's like even to sit there and say like the old school Aki games from 20 plus years ago have more detailed call creation than Fight Forever, and that's not good. Like that's horrible. And
I mean, they have all the moves you can think of in there.
In what game?
If you go to when you are creating a person, if you make it to the move set, there now as far as creating your person, you're relegated to a lot of just AEW stuff, which it took me like 3 minutes to put together myself. But as far as the moves,
I don't think they got a big move set in that game. Like I went through them and I was just like, yo, like they like as far as like strikes go, they got like max 15. And that's giving them some leeway.
When I say
like,
leeway, I don't be talking about strikes.
But I mean strikes, grapples, like
AEW doesn't I can't say they're not known for strikes, but
yeah, so I mean
people like Ray Phoenix that
exactly
somehow exist in our universe.
Listen, I feel like because of just the lack of features, and don't get me wrong, Stadium Stampede is fun. I'm not gonna lie, Stadium Stampede is fun, but it's just like it's still missing out on things. Like they should have dailies placed in there. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like it's just the arenas are like not a big selection. Create an Arena is talk about rough. They do got some like type of details in there that I like, some features like changing the turnbuckle pads to like the Japanese ones, and they got like the old school Japanese like floor mats and stuff like that. But it's just like, other than that, dog, like it's nothing. They don't even got a logo up. If they had a logo uploader, it'll make the world of difference. It will make the world of difference when.
Well, we're also playing on. I'll just be nice and say Xbox consoles, versus what you've seen on PC as well, because they done popped out some stuff on PC.
I'm at the point now where it's just like, yo, for real, I'm gonna stop I gotta start getting these wrestling games on PC, because PC they just know what they're doing.
I don't like 2K on the PC, and
why?
Because once you go down that mod road, it's not that it's a bad road, but okay, I've upgraded my computer some, and the mods for 23, I think we're on. It crashed the game to the point where I was like, well, back to the Xbox. Did it on 22 as well. Like, well, back to the Xbox. So I know the modding community is amazing for 2K on the PC, but I feel like you have to have one of the strongest computers for one of the not so strong games.
Yeah, I mean, I never did it, so it's something that I think about like doing, because it's just like,
I did it thanks to people we can't talk to.
Lord have mercy. Well, okay, so let's go to something that we can't talk about a little bit. They made a post which I was very surprised about. I still call it Twitter. If you type in twitter.com, Twitter pops up, okay? People call it X. The X means absolutely nothing. It's Twitter still. All right, until they change the website name to x.com, which I'm pretty sure they never will. It's gonna be Twitter. It's Twitter. It's just Twitter. All right, so I was on Twitter. I seen on my phone, I got a notification from Virtual Basement. I'm like, that's odd. Usually they never tag me in anything. Tag your boy. It's fine. But they basically put it out there that and this is not a secret. I mean, I spoke about this before, but that I'm going to be helping them with call mode, which is cool for them to state that.
Did I know that?
Huh?
Did I know that?
You knew that. What the hell are you talking? We ain't gonna do that. Listen, it was cool for them to announce that. It's just, the thing about it is, it's like, you just put me there. Like, don't just put me there like it's on me. Hold on, because I can only listen.
You building the team, man. You building the team.
So yes, I'm gonna say that there is a team behind it. It's not just me. I guess if they want to put like a face to it, I guess you could say it's me, but it's not just me. Like my boy right here, Ken Washington, like he's helping with that too. Like you want help?
Yeah, I am. I was going to try to play it. I was going to try to play it off, but you kind of sold me on that one. I wasn't prepared for
you do. All right, now I'm gonna start tweeting stuff.
Leave your memes alone.
Right, loading up. So I feel like with the call mode, it's definitely gonna have to be something that stands out. And the one thing I always want to make sure of is that you can make just about anybody you want. And that's a tall task. And that's making sure from the bottom up that you have all the tools necessary. And not just so much the tools necessary, but like the parts from the boots, knee pads, pants, shorts, trunks, tights, you know what I'm saying? Like skirts, whatever the case is. And I mean, it's guys, I don't want y'all to sit there and think like this is going to be just like in the beta of the game, because I'm not sure it's going to be, because it's a huge task. Yeah, you got to think like 2K grew their call mode and it took years. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
even though it feels like, never mind.
No, go ahead.
I still feel like with 2K they're running that Madden route where they take out stuff that was in like the older like ones before 2K. They took that stuff out when they bare bonesed it for 15, which was whatever it was, and now they're like slowly adding it back, and people are calling like new con. It's like, no, this was there before. We've seen this before, so building up is
Yeah, that's I think that's the thing, man. It's like it's like with and like I mean I spoke to the devs about this many times, and it's different when they say, all right, when it's in the background and you're helping them, and you know what I'm saying, like even you did, like we sent like reference pictures for certain things. I'm not gonna say what it is because it might be a spoiler, but you know what I'm saying, just to say like this is something that the game should have. This is, you know, certain things that we would like to have in the game. And I mean it's a big thing because they trust in basically the community to help develop this call mode.
which I actually think that's probably the best way to go about it.
Yeah, it is. But I mean, I want to put it out there first. Don't expect everything out the gate. Don't. Like, and I'm gonna put it out there too. Like, people think that I do the character models. What I do on my end is the texture work. So that could be face paint, that could be tattoos, that could be attire. It can go with stage design, arenas, the ring, the aprons, different things like that, championships, all of that stuff. That's what I help design. I don't do the model. I wish listen, if I had like 2 months to just be trained and schooled on how to use the modeling software, ZBrush, whatever, to make these models, man, listen, I would have been in there banging out so many different wrestlers, and it's still cool to see. Like, I wish. Matter of fact, I'm gonna show you the ones that's already been shown already, so at least y'all can see that. But I mean, I want y'all guys to really like appreciate the fact that these models weren't 3D scans. Like these are all handcrafted, you know. And Ken's seen a couple of them, right?
Yeah, I've seen a couple.
He got that NDA, so he good. I got to show you another one that was still being worked on. I'm gonna show you after this.
Okay.
But yeah, man, it's such a process. Just
you the reason I can't show online for Xbox no more. Random ass messages. I don't know.
Listen, hey, I've been offline for 10 years. But yeah, it's a cool thing that a company trusts in the opinion of the community to like add to a game. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just like, I want this game to be better than Fight Forever. I'll put that out there. I had high hopes for Fight Forever. I really did, and it's a youth game, and
maybe that's why I enjoy it more than I did, because I really like once the second delay happened, I really just lost hope in Fight Forever. I have a cat running around here, so that's why I'm looking around. Sir. Anyway,
right.
Yeah, but I didn't have, and I can honestly say I blame 2K for this. I don't have high expectations on wrestling games, because as good as everybody claims 23 is, it's really not.
It's not.
Being like any kind of Fed owner or whatever, it is a nightmare to do show. I've gotten to the point where with some shows, I'll be honest, it's just the matches, because trying to do cutscenes and stuff, since they wanted to change everything, I throw the whole Xbox out the window.
Yo, I mean, it is difficult. It definitely is difficult. Even setting up rivalries and choosing the cutscenes is a mission within itself.
Oh
that takes about 20 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Just to do those. And then doing cutscenes, like you can't do full screen anymore with the preview. No. So it's like, guys, I'm pretty sure we told y'all like do the full screen. Like, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? But whatever, it is what it is. But yeah, I want the wrestling code to be better than Fight Forever.
I don't
I
think that'll take much. Ooh, ooh.
I mean, all right. So as far as like roster goes, our roster is bigger. It is bigger than Fight Forever's.
Missing a Darius Lockhart, but I'm gonna keep fighting for that one.
Listen, you know how long it took for me to. I can't even say the person's name. But you know how long it
Yeah,
took.
I know.
All right, so it took, and I'm helping with like I am doing character design. Okay, so listen, and he just came back. He just started making posts again on Instagram.
Hey, it doesn't matter, man. It doesn't matter.
Hey, listen, I'm just saying he got to be around.
He was injured.
Oh, he was?
Yeah, he was injured for a minute.
Oh, okay.
And he said he wasn't going to come back until he was ready.
Got you. But yeah, like basically for me, it was just like, getting the roster set. And like I said, I want people to see the work that I put in. That's all. You know what I'm saying? And I want call mode.
Ladies and gentlemen, Smokey.
A black cat, of course.
No, he's not, but he's gray. But with the camera and the way the sun is coming in, he looks black.
Oh, you're black cat. So,
well, I almost had a word. Get them both canceled off.
It's fine by me. But yeah. So, like, yeah, with the wrestling code, I want you guys to just be easy. It's gonna take time. Like I said, it's not a big team.
I was gonna say be patient because it's not a huge team.
It's not. So we're getting there, man. We're definitely getting there. I just want the roster to be set. Like the team just signed Adam Bomb, and it's just like, what? Like, what? Hold on, stop my time. What? Huh? What? When did this happen? Like, okay. And I'll say
left
this.
you out.
I'll say this. So I feel like, and this is just outside of everything. This is from outside looking in. I feel like with the wrestling code, it's almost like with the people that they have showcased who they signed, right? It's almost like you're looking at almost a retro roster, kind of.
I know. With some splashes of the current landscape in there.
Yes. But I also feel like it could be more current days, maybe indie people. I feel like
I'd love that.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong, it's great to have legends in the game who either haven't been in a wrestling game in decades or never been in one before. But it's also like double dipping. And what I mean by that is UPW has a lot of like retro wrestlers, not retro, old school wrestlers. And I feel like, is it cool to have them in multiple games? Sure. But I also think let them cook. I feel like we should separate ourselves from what you can get elsewhere. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's almost like let them be great over there with that, and let us cook with what we cooking with over here. And then it's not like there's no overlap. It's like they got that, we got this. Our roster isn't just a shared roster. You know what I'm saying? Like,
true, but I think the look and feel of the game is going to be different enough to where even if you have Retro Wrestler 1 in UPW versus the same Retro Wrestler in the wrestling code, I feel like they'll be different enough to where it won't hurt too much. Like, seeing them in both would be cool, but the play style of the games will probably be, at least from what I've been looking at, be different enough to where it would be like, oh, okay, he plays like this over here, so I can still get that one versus playing this over here, instead of like knowing that they're going to be in both games. Like, well, I'll just pick this one over that one. because I've already invested. I don't lie to anybody. I've invested in UPW. I put my Patreon, no, Kickstarter, shit, whatever it was. I put that down because I'm excited for it. That old
Right.
school No Mercy looking, yeah, that's my soul right there.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, for me, it's definitely something that I'm interested in seeing. Like I'm buying all the wrestling games. And speaking of that, we got to get into it. This is gonna be the last one. We're gonna argue about this one. Maybe not.
Oh my god!
I asked this question on Twitter, and people pissed me off with their answer. Are the Aki wrestling games considered arcade? Yes, no, or a mixture of two? Number one, I'm saying this out the gate, it's not a mixture of both. It's not. If you think it's arcadey and simulation style, you're stupid. I'm sorry. I gotta put it out. It's not. Here's my reason why, right? The reason why is reach means something. There's certain attacks that are not going to hit if you're not close enough. Some of them have more reach to the swing or the kick, right? Number two,
weight was different. Like you couldn't just Rey Mysterio wasn't just out here just throwing the Big Show around. You could barely lift him up. You had to be damn near at a special in order to lift him up. Otherwise,
or you had to like tap the buttons hard, super hard. You had to
wearing that N64 controller out. Oh, I see that now. A mixture of both is what won. Oh, that's. I'm looking at
a mixture of both. Yeah. I was like, no, it's not. It's not a mixture of both. What part of it is arcade? It's not fast paced.
The look, because you're asking in 2020. You're asking in 2023, where you're looking at games like 2K. So you have people looking at a game like 2K and comparing it to an old game like your favorite Revenge or No Mercy or whatever.
Virtual Pro Wrestling 2.
Okay, but still, they could be going with the look instead of the actual game itself. Because people say 2K is good based off the look, and it sucks. There we go.
Okay, all right. So if you're saying that, right? Let's do this.
I'm just playing devil's advocate. I feel like a simulation.
No, I get what you're saying. But I'm also saying, like with 2K, right? I'm gonna put this out there: Grand Uppercut, Grand European Uppercut, where they flying in the damn air. Are you seeing that in any Aki game? Now, people are going to sit there and say, oh, well, what about the fight? Fight for New York is not an Aki game, number one. Fight for New York is an Aki game, but it's not like the N64. We're talking about N64. And we can even go to PlayStation 1. WCW versus the World.
Oh.
Like, nothing about that game was arcade. You could pick a body part, hurt them, they holding on to. You create a wrestler was in depth, what they're good at, what they're not good at, what they reverse, do they taunt. These are features that I think are more associated with a simulation style than arcade. You can sit there. Can you have a squash match in 2 minutes in the Aki wrestling games on N64? Sure. Yes, you can if you have it on easy. But if you sit there and you have it on normal or hard, you're in there for 10 minutes, probably 12, 15 minutes
easily.
Trying to wrestle.
That's not.
I just played WWF Legends Challenge 64 on hard, and I was facing off against Macho Man, and I literally had to cheat to win. I didn't even do a finisher to get the W. I had to do a choke slam to get the win. I had to be cheap because I was like, yo, if I stay in this match any longer, I'm losing. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, I don't understand how people people could say, oh, the look of it makes it look. No, it was just the graphics of the time. That's what we had to deal with on the N64. It's not like we could have 1,000 different colors on that console. Like,
yeah, they were nowhere near. The consoles back then were nowhere near as powerful as what we have out today. I'm just saying that's what I believe that people would, because the people that are voting might also just be looking at YouTube as well. Because you know they're walking around like this with the whole hand joints like this, even though they were getting ready for the grapple or whatever. Mm-hmm. To them, that might consider as arcade style. Because I played it, I grew up with that. I considered it simulation style because
I never even thought of it like that.
What is like arcade?
Yeah, I never thought of it like that
Because
ever.
we grew up with it. Like
Even
we're around
then,
this.
like, no, I never did. Like, arcade to me was like in your house or Super WrestleMania.
Oh yeah, the ones where you had like powers and
Yeah, like that was arcade style.
yeah, that was
Once you got into
arcade
the realm
style.
of 3D, it kind of like, I mean, the first couple SmackDown games, very arcade, very super arcade, which was great, was fine. I ran with it. But never in my life on the N64 have I seen an arcade wrestling game by Aki. Ever.
I didn't consider, like I said, I didn't consider any virtual pro wrestling. That's definitely not arcadey. You
Yeah.
gotta have your buttons together before you mess with that one. No
No.
Mercy was another one because you get caught with that JBL clothesline or that Taz mission, you got a long day ahead of you.
Yeah, and it's just
That was
like,
for me playing yesterday.
yo,
I got
I just don't
turned
get
out
it.
of my shoes. Huh.
I just don't understand it. I don't understand the mindset of people who really sat there and thought that that
You
game
should
is
have
a
asked.
mixture of
You
two.
should have asked for the age group. That's what I'm saying. Because you are followed by some younger folks that I'm just telling you. I really don't believe that they understand what those games meant to the games that they have now.
Mhm.
As far as what simulation style is, because I kind of don't think that 2K is in that simulation realm. I am prepared for what is about to happen. I don't consider 2K in the simulation realm. While it kind of plays, if they look at the movements of 2K23 and how they get close and they get into that stance, hey, guess what did that before? N64 games, the Aki games, where they had the hand stance because they'd be walking up to you. When you got close, you got in the stance. It's the same crap recycled. It's the look. It's got to be the look. That's the only way that I could, in any way, believe that it's an arcade style.
Yeah, I don't know. It's I just was so confused. Like initially, I seen simulation like winning. I'm like, oh, people are smart. Ooh, great. This is wonderful.
I mean, it still
Like,
came in second, but
but a mixture of two is just basically saying that it's not simulate. I'm saying that N64 Aki games are 100% simulation.
I believe
That's what I'm
that.
saying.
I just want to know why they think mixture of both. That's me though.
I read through some of the comments and I'm just like, that kind of doesn't make sense. But I don't know. I'm gonna do a video where I'm playing it and I'm gonna say what's arcadey and what's not. I feel like it's gonna be a waste of time, but I'm gonna enjoy playing it because I'm gonna be playing Virtual Pro Wrestling too. And I got new borders that I made, a custom border for when I played. Yeah, don't look stank at me because I took some time.
I was looking at the comments. Don't mind.
Okay, yeah, the comments will make you look like that. Yeah, the comments are weird. But we got less than a minute and a half to go because I'm not paying for a subscription.
You were, but then we
it's
took
fine.
a hiatus.
Yeah. But what do you guys think? Do you think the Aki games are? I don't even want to know what y'all think at this point. I don't trust y'all.
I do. I feel like arguing. I'll be in the comments. I'll argue with anybody. And then I'll tell you to go argue with your closet because it's simulation.
Oh my god. But thank you guys for watching. This has been another episode of Let's Talk Podcast. Ken, I'll let you take it out.
Yeah, I am Ken Washington. That is the sellout Dre 41. That's the inside. We know what it means. Anyway, on the next one, maybe we should do one about our championships that mean the most to us. Because I thought about that
short
earlier.
Episode.
Oh wow!
Thank you guys for watching, subscribing, all that great stuff.
Do all the YouTube stuff. That's what I like to say.
There we go.